Football dressing rooms, sometimes a mystery for the supporters, yet a super hot boiler of friendship, conflicts, and player preparation. These are sites of great emotions, strategic debates, and team building, and because of this, most of us still view the dressing room as a secret universe. Today, we will explore the rituals, conflicts, and stories, transforming it from merely a space to a sanctuary of power.
I accept losing, guys. I accept losing. I don't accept these fucking standards. I'm telling you, I don't accept them. I don't accept them, these standards. It's nowhere near. Nowhere near. And I'm not criticizing your attitude. That attitude is not enough, eh?
The game begins here, inside the changing room before the first whistle sounds. Long before kickoff, players can change from individuals to teams. Leagues and nations have different customs, but some things stay the same here. Every athlete lines up their boots, jerseys, or personal items with great attention to detail. Sometimes pre-game routines are the sole mental stronghold for them. While some players blast music to help them relax, others meditate silently, seeing the game's events. For example, Cristiano Ronaldo is renowned for his incredibly focused pre-match ritual. Others, including Neymar, unwind with music and laid-back chats. These unique traits live in a shared space, humming with expectation.
Nico, Vini, Dino, Gundo, you pass the ball to find that. You pass the ball because they jump. And when they jump, the space is here. They don't jump, it's alone.
You remember, we practice, guys, many times, with 5 in the back, guys. You know that? Okay, it's 3 and 3, shift across, go with Ballerin, shift across, Kylie with Monreal, shift across. Enough to play. Okay, guys, and it's up.
The manager then steps in with some tactical direction. Imagine stress, clarity of mind, and focus immediately before the storm. Renowned for their passionate talks, managers such as Pep Guardiola inspire a team using anything from schematics to explosive rants. Not every dressing room speech, though, is a well-planned exercise. Sometimes all it takes is pure feeling. Words are not always necessary, it's the energy that speaks, former Arsenal manager Arsene Wenger famously stated. The participants toss ideas, voice questions, and occasionally even argue about tactics. There is no democracy here. It speaks of clarity. Every player has to leave that room having a reasonable awareness of his part and how simple or complicated it may be.
De nosotros ganar esta copa, así que por eso ahora vamos a salir, vamos a levantar esa copa y la vamos a llevar para Argentina para disfrutar con nuestra familia, nuestros amigos, la gente que bancó siempre argentino. Lo último, con esto termino, no existe la casualidad, muchachos. ¿Saben qué? Esta copa se tenía que jugar en Argentina y Dios la trajo acá. Dios la trajo acá para que la levantemos en el Maracaná, muchachos, para que sea más lindo para todos. Así que salgamos confiados y tranquilos que esta la vamos a llevar para casa.
Superstitions flourish at the dress change area. Whether fortunate socks or a particular order of wearing kits, players stick to anything that will provide that kind of control. For example, Steven Gerrard usually wore the same pair of boots for big games, and similarly, John Terry gained notoriety for his odd pre-game list habit, sitting in the same seat on the team bus. Team rituals are also rather common. With songs and coordinated clapping, most teams' oldest members start and inspire their peers. Before the game starts, it becomes more of an emotional crescendo, building one's adrenaline.
Congratulations out on Heung-min Son, and the discussions are continuing into the tunnel.
Against the romanticized picture of harmony, the dressing room can sometimes be a battlefield. Particularly in high-stakes events, heated disagreements and confrontations are rather prevalent. Players are emotional and intensely competitive. Mix that with egos and tempers fly. Legendary bust-ups by Roy Keane at Manchester United highlight how dressing rooms may be venues of extreme raw honesty. Conflict, then, is not always destructive. Sometimes strong debates inspire the team to reach fresh heights. A carefully timed outburst can clear the air and refocus the group. A good dressing room is one where truth is spoken, even if it hurts, former Chelsea manager Jose Mourinho stated. The dynamic of the dressing room depends much on this midway intermission. The manager has just 15 minutes here to consider the first half, adjust tactically, and revive the team drive. This is the moment when leaders on the field express their opinions and inspire the squad. Legend goes that even the toughest nut in the team was never safe from Sir Alex Ferguson's hairdryer treatment. But half-time is the most crucial period for re-strategizing. It's not usually shout time. Good managers know when to give compliments or corrections depending on the situation. For these lads, euphoria, or introspection, in the locker room following the last whistle is a moment. Usually full of songs and cheers, the former often reflects a celebration in a cauldron with probably a hint of playful banter. Certain teams have particular customs. Think of well-known post-match shouts of Liverpool. In defeat, the silence is much different. Heads lowered, they sat and silently considered what had gone wrong. This is a time for group accountability. Excellent leaders always go out to inspire their team. That's where the heads are in the dressing rooms. Senior players take very important responsibilities in the football dressing room, and they're either elected or chosen as captains. They are basically team emotional anchors. Imagine players like Steven Gerrard, Roy Keane, or Carles Puyol, icons who respected others and knew how to motivate, criticize, or encourage fellow colleagues. Roy Keane, for example, was a voice of accountability in addition to a captain of Manchester United. "The changing room isn't for softies," he declared in the media once. Legendary tales of his battles with lazy colleagues, depending on his judgment of their lack of dedication, abound. They demanded the best, as they largely built the culture in line with their intensity. Still, leadership should not be yelling or combative. Certain leaders lead by example. Lionel Messi, for instance, has a calm but strong image. Through on-field behavior, which embodies what he wants everybody else to be, he motivates his fellow players. Even in the changing rooms, there is an unofficial social order. Known stars and more seasoned players typically have more impact. Usually they choose the pre-game customs, the music, and sometimes the best seats in the room. Rookie or younger athletes are cautious. They have to sweat their way up to acquire not just the social, but also the theatrical reputation. You might have heard of the stories of recruits having to sing in front of the team as novice players. Usually occurring at initiation ceremonies, this playful event aids in the integration of the newcomers into the group. A competent team will make sure this hierarchy doesn't become poisonous though. Through their efforts, managers and leaders help to create an environment in which everyone feels valuable regardless of their individual position. The lifeblood of the dressing room is banter. It releases tension, links the participants, and promotes brotherhood. Football players are known for experimenting, concealing someone's boots, substituting salt water for a protein drink. In this often stress cooker environment of professional sports, those juvenile actions help to maintain the team's enthusiasm. A few athletes are as arrogant and clever as Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Conversely, his snarky comments made the squad lighter and more entertaining. Jokes, however, cannot sum up what is banter. One also finds trust in banter. They know where to take the other player in that little dressing room without violating limits. It strengthens the group link by balancing respect and comedy. Whether it was a win or not, the locker room alters following the game. If it's a win, then it's witty jokes flying around, electric music blasting all around, and rejoicing everywhere. Though they are cliches now, champagne showers truly capture the essence of the game when performed at big events. Still, there is a difference in this loss. Many silent sit-around players are reliving that game. Managers use it carefully, pointing out mistakes so as not to demoralize, but also to sugarcoat in a way to not damage dressing rooms with shoddy attempts at feeding back. There are plenty of tales regarding the football scene in changing rooms. One instance is Liverpool's 3-0 deficit at the half against AC Milan in the Champions League final in 2005. Steven Gerrard, the captain, gave his team a rallying speech in the dressing room urging his guys to believe. Manager Rafa Benitez also made some crucial tactical changes for the remainder of the game. Here is the tale of one of the best comebacks ever seen, when Liverpool prevailed on penalties. The well-known narrative of Sir Alex Ferguson is that he gave a halftime address including the following words: "At the end of this game, the European Cup will be in this room." Manchester United was down 1-0 when playing against Bayern Munich in the Champions League finals in 1999. The boys were inspired to score 2 last goals to take home the trophy by asking whether it belonged in their hands or ours. In the end, a dressing room is a microcosm of football itself, a confluence of passion, strategy, emotion, and humanity, not a place. It's where dreams come true, connections are created, and conflicts are scheduled. For the supporters, the pitch is the scene of enchantment. For the participants, though, everything begins in the dressing room. Their territory, battlefield, and refuge are here.